Hello viewers, in my previous lecture I had explained you about oogenesis. Today I begin with the events during the menstrual cycle or the process of menstruation, which is under control of the various hormones, that is the pituitary hormones which releases gonadotropin, LH and FSH, and ovarian hormone, that is estrogen and the progesterone. So menstrual cycle is under control of these hormones. Now what is menstrual cycle? It is a reproductive cycle which occurs in primates like dogs, apes and human beings. It is beginning at the age of the puberty in human female, and it occurs at the age of 10 to 12 years age in human females. And during the process of menstruation, various events takes place in the ovary as well as in the uterus and the fallopian tubes. So all these events occur during the menstruation, from the first menstruation till the next menstruation, that forms a menstrual cycle. It is repeated after every 28 days and it continues till the menopause. So start of the menstruation or the menstrual cycle is termed as menarche, and stoppage of the menstruation or the menstrual cycle it is termed as menopause. Here you can see in the flow chart I have shown you the various hormone levels which keeps on changing, and due to that the changes occur in the uterine lining as well as in the ovary as well as in the fallopian tube. So the various events that occurs in the menstrual cycle, they are menstruation, second is the follicular phase or proliferative phase, then is the luteal phase, and then the next cycle begins. Now what happens during the menstruation? During the menstruation, which I told you that begins at the puberty age, here the endometrium lining breaks due to the onset of the hormones, that is the estrogen, and these gonadotropin, that is LH and FSH. So due to the release of the estrogen, that is an ovarian hormone, the endometrium lining breaks or it ruptures. Due to the rupturing of the endometrium lining, the blood vessels break and there is a release of the liquid, or you can say the blood, mucus and the unfertilized egg if it is not fertilized. So these all are released from the vagina. So that is menstruation. It continues to 3 to 5 days. After that there is beginning of the follicular phase. So follicular phase is commenced just after the end of the menstruation. Now during the follicular phase, what happens? Formation of different follicle cells takes place inside the ovary. These follicle cells I have discussed with you during the oogenesis. Now this follicular phase is also termed as proliferative phase. Here the various follicles formed inside the ovary, they are the primary follicular cell, secondary follicle cell and the tertiary follicle cell, which transforms into mature follicle cell. Now these follicle cells later on, since these follicle cells show the various changes, these cells, they undergo lots of differentiations. Therefore follicular phase is also termed as proliferative phase. And here the two events takes place in the proliferative phase. First is there is repairing of the uterine lining. There is the repairing of the endometrium lining. These uterine glands, they become elongated shape, and the corkscrew shape, they become elongated. You can see over here they become elongated and they become corkscrew shape. And therefore, and what happens in the ovary? I told you the formation of the primary follicle cell, secondary follicle cell and the tertiary follicle cell, which later on transforms into mature follicle cell. It lasts for around about 10 to 12 days. That is, it begins from 5th to the 14th day. Now on the 14th day, which is the mid of the menstrual cycle, there is occurrence of the ovulation. Ovulation is the release of ovum from the ovary or from the mature follicle cell called as Graafian follicle cell. This process, the release of the ovum from the mature Graafian follicle cell, is termed as ovulation. It occurs in the mid of the menstrual cycle, that is around about 14th day. It is under control of the hormones totally. At this stage, the LH and FSH, they are at peaks. They are at peaks, that is the hypothalamus triggers the pituitary gland, which releases these two gonadotropin, that is LH and FSH. So they are at peaks, and since they are at peaks, the LH rapidly increases. There is rapid increase in LH, and which help in the commencing of the LH surge, thereby ovulation. I told you the process of ovulation is due to the LH surge. The LH is at its maximum level, that is termed as LH surge. So at this stage ovulation takes place, that is release of the ovum from the mature Graafian follicle cell. During this stage, the estrogen is also higher, but the progesterone is lower. And I told you in this phase, the endometrium lining, there is a repairing of the endometrium lining due to the occurrence of this proliferative phase, and the cells, the cells of the lining become elongated and corkscrew shape. And as well as, therefore I told you, since there is release of the ovum from the mature Graafian follicle cell, it is also termed as ovulatory phase. Now this, I told you, it occurs for around about 10 to 12 days, and it begins from the 5th of the day of the menstruation to the 14th day, that is the mid of the menstruation or the menstrual cycle. Then the next phase, that is the luteal phase. The luteal phase is also termed as secretory phase. Lots of secretion takes place in the uterine lining at this stage, and at this stage the ovarian hormone, that is progesterone, is at peak and the estrogen is at low. As well as the LH and FSH, they are as usual the normal secretion of LH and FSH. At this stage, what happens in the ovary? At this stage, inside the ovary, the Graafian follicle becomes then converted into corpus luteum. Corpus luteum is a yellow body, and this corpus luteum is very important because it releases progesterone. Progesterone is a pregnancy hormone, or it also helps in protecting the endometrium, and if the endometrium will be protected, implantation will also be protected. So this way corpus luteum is very important. It is formed after the release of the ovum from the Graafian follicle cell, and this corpus luteum is yellow in color. At this stage, progesterone, ovarian hormone, is at higher than the estrogen, ovarian hormone. As well as you can see here the endometrium lining, here lots of secretion takes place, and therefore it is also termed as secretory phase. And this corpus luteum goes on secreting progesterone if the fertilization takes place till the development of the placenta, because till then it has to maintain the pregnancy. So at this stage, the corpus luteum goes on providing the progesterone. Now the next stage, that will be the next beginning of the natural cycle, but till the end of the secretory phase, if the fertilization takes place, the corpus luteum goes on releasing the progesterone, and it supports the developing fetus in the endometrium, and it protects the endometrium lining. Therefore I told you, during the proliferative phase, there is a repair of the uterine lining or the repair of the endometrium lining, and this corpus luteum goes on secreting progesterone and maintains the pregnancy. But if fertilization do not take place, this corpus luteum goes on regressing and it forms a white scar called as corpus albicans. This white scar is called as corpus albicans, and this corpus albicans later on get degenerated and released released out of the vagina from the next menstrual cycle. Therefore, in the process of the menstruation, I told you, there is a release of the blood along with the mucus and the you can say the changes also take place in the ovary as well as in the follicular cell. So this way it ends the secretory phase, and then if fertilization do not take place, that's the beginning of the next menstrual cycle. And if the fertilization takes place, there will be no menstruation or menstrual cycle will not take place. Thank you.